And there's a foul on DeVivier.
Yeah, DeVivier didn't like that particular call, but there was contact, and the officials, if they see the defenders getting an advantage and could force that offensive player to bounce, any contact, they are going to call the personal foul.
Dump it into Stanek. He turns. His shot partially blocked, but Hopkins has an offensive rebound. And there's a reach-in foul. I think that's going to be on Quill.
It is, and that might be one that I would question, that particular call. They were both simultaneously reaching for the loose ball. Yes, there was contact, but I don't know if it was a foul intent there.
Second team foul on the Trojans. Kakrika with a long three, and it's good. That's his second three of the half. Springford has made 5 baskets in this half, and 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And you know what, I think Coach Benfield, maybe he should have called a timeout during the second surge by the Rams.
But that's a good inbounds play to get Quill a layup and a basket that the Trojans really needed.
Very good play, Dick. And both teams have executed well on inbounds this evening.
That's a nice play inside. Loose ball picked up by DeVivier. Quill puts it up.
Now,
perhaps expecting the foul.
DeVivier this half, Dick, what are his stats offensively that you have?
Well, he has no baskets.
Right, 23 points to 0. That's, again, that's why Pottstown had 50 points at the half. He had an uncanny first half, uncanny.
Brian Quill. That's his first free throw tonight. He's now 1 of 3. The Trojans were only 4 of 9 for free throws in that first half.
Now this final 3 minutes is going to be important. Springford or Pottstown's got to, they still have a small cushion with a 6-point advantage. They got to get some stops here, Dick.
Quill has 4 points now in the second half. Trojans up by 6. Harvey hounding Kakrika. Hopkins from the free throw line. And I think that went out of bounds.
Yeah, I believe it hit that same wire at the other end that we saw in the first half.
So the Trojans will bring it up court with 3:03 left to play in the third. DeVivier goes baseline, off the glass and in. He worked hard for that bucket. That's his first bucket of the second half.
And when things aren't going your way, take the ball to the basket, shoot the layup or draw contact. Very smart play there by DeVivier.
This is Hopkins. His shot's off the mark. Epps Ortiz working hard in the offensive glass, but Quill comes up with it.
Quill hung in there, gave Springford 3 opportunities at the putback, but didn't go down.
Harvey kicks it out. This is Edwards. His shot is short.
That wasn't a good shot. He forced that shot. Should have been more patient.
Kakrika forces the action, but throws a bad pass.
And another one.
And another. Yes, the Trojans answer with a bad pass of their own, and that will be Springford's basketball.
Dick, these drive coaches nuts plays like that. You come up with a big turnover, and what do? You throw it right back to your opponent.
Yeah, and then Springford turns it over. Less than 2 minutes to play in the third. There's a nice pass inside, but great defense by Epps Ortiz.
Should have been a ball head fake there. If he head faked, he would have had a 3-point play opportunity.
Kakrika has it stripped, but it's going to be Springford basketball.
Now watch, the ball gets underneath. Instead of going straight up for that shot, number 13, Jeremy Burton, all he had to do was give a little pump fake, and that shot blocker would have been all over his back.
There's another rebound by Quill. Fakes the 3. It would have been a long 3. Then he'll let DeVivier make that 3-pointer from almost the same spot. That's Rich DeVivier's second field goal of the quarter, And Pottstown now back up by 11.
Right, they've reestablished that double-digit lead, and give them credit, Dick, because Springford was in a bucket of tying this game.
Kakarika seems like he feels it's his obligation to get this team back on the right path and get to the hole, score some points.
Both big plays he made, the 2-point drive and that 3, and that shows leadership, that shows courage, and that shows, hey, look, we're out here, I'll take you on my back. I'll put you on my back. Anything to knock off the #1 team in the league.
That's the first free throw taken by Springford in this half. In fact, only the 5th free throw in this ball game.
Right. Again, it's been a relatively clean game. Now, you wait that 4th quarter, Dick. We'll probably get swamped with foul calls.
10-point ball game. Vivier from the top of the key. His shot is off the front of the rim. 1 minute to play in the 3rd. Kakarika can't make it. Ahead to Quill, and this time he lays it off the glass.
If he attempted a dunk at that point and missed, I think Coach Benfield would have a heart attack on that bench.
35 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Another turnover by Springford. Edwards to Vivier. This is Harvey. His 3-pointer goes in.
I thought they might hold it for 1, but he felt it, and he was ready to shoot the ball, and that was a big bucket. Now they're up 15.
Denzel Harvey has 2 field goals in this quarter, both of them 3-pointers. Kakarika, a 3-pointer. It will not stay down. And that's Harvey on the tip, and that goes in. Good job by Harvey. And it's 67-54 as this 3rd quarter ends. 8 more minutes left to play here at Strong.
In case you don't know, I'm Terry Musser, and I'm 26 years old in the real estate industry. I have never seen a better time to buy a home. The interest rates are in the 3s. Our market out here has been great, so even if you're selling, we can do it all. And a lot of people ask me, Terry, you've been doing this 26 years, can you still do a cartwheel? And let me show you my response.
We still got it.
A couple of Pottstown staples right there at the scorer's table.
Mr. Ben Eckroff,
Fixtures here at Pottstown High.
They sure are fixtures. And you need
Ben and
dedicated.
Maggie Munns and Ben Eckroff, to be polite about it. Quill has another rebound.
See, every opportunity Springford gets that close to the basket, when you're down 13, you've got to convert.
DeVivier kind of out of control. That's off Springford. The Trojans will inbound beneath their own basket.
Now, Springford's going to be in a desperation mode defensively. If I'm Pottstown, Dick, what I do, I get my offense under control, take a little time off the clock. Not a freeze. You don't want to break your momentum, but I don't know if you need, to rush shots or force any shot.
Brian Quill floats in. The finger roll by Quill is good.
And that was nice execution, patience. Just like I said, 3 passes, and they get an uncontested layup right down the heart of the defense.
Hopkins down the lane. Strong take to the hole. Hopkins now has 12. DeVivier, a long 3. It rattles in. He now has 31 points on the night.
Well, Dick, this is my first opportunity to watch him play, and I am really impressed. He's got nerves.
And confidence.
Absolutely.
That's a bad foul. by Marlik Lear, fouling Stanek outside the arc.
All right, now watch this. One pass. All right, now there's the three-pointer. The possession before that is when Pottstown. Yeah, number 3 there, Marlik Lear. You don't have to block a shot. You know, you don't have to go out and block a three-point shot.
This is Stanek's second trip to the free throw line.
Coaches always want their players defensively to close out on the shooter, but under control. That was just just flew out. As we look at Coach Benfield, who's got things under control right now, doing a great job with his Trojans.
Well, Stanek makes that third free throw. He now has 16 on the night.
Ooh.
Boy, how did he get that pass through there? But DeVivier is fouled.
Right, now he's fouled that time, but again, had he maybe just hesitated or a little head and shoulder and ball fake, I know people probably get sick and tired of hearing me say that, but it's so fundamentally, basically sound execution to do that.
He now has 31 on the night, his third trip to the free throw line. His fourth trip to the line.
That's amazing. Concerned coaching staff for Pottstown. Now look at the socks on the assistant for Pottstown.
Yeah. 2 for 2 from the stripe on that trip, and it's now 74-57.
You know, his wife probably got him those for Christmas and said, you must wear them when you're on PCTV Network.
Loose ball is picked up by Hopkins. Eventually Kakarika, or that's Stanek going to the hole. He makes the bucket and he's fouled.
And why did he make the bucket? If we get a replay of that, little hesitation pump. Little hesitation pump. Get the defender to commit. You go up inside, make contact. This is what I've been talking about. Now watch the little dish. See? Little fake there, little hesitation. Got the defensive player off his feet. Has an opportunity for a three-point play to cut it to 14.
And he does. 6 minutes left to play in the ball game.
Now, Pottstown's got to be smart here. They've got to just do things like that.
That's just nice basketball. Nice cut to the basket. Quill has 2 more. He's got 4 points in this quarter.
And a great vision there by the assist man for the Trojans. Great vision.
Hopkins works hard, puts it high off the glass and in. He's having a good half. He's got 8 points here in this half for a total of 14. That'll be Trojan basketball.
Yeah, that cross-court pass is difficult there, and Pottstown's fortunate to retain possession of the basketball.
Smalls is back in the ball game. Edwards, he puts up his shot. And again, that's the third time tonight it's hit the guide wire.
I think the athletic staff here has got to look at that, because that shouldn't happen 3 times.
Loose ball picked up by Phillips, and he puts it back in.
Oh,
Quill out on the break.
That could have been
Nothing
called
called.
intentional.
Nothing called.
Nothing called. You're right.
Quill now has 24. Three-pointer, rims out. Again, Kakarika. And again, Quill has another rebound. He's got 24 points, but he's got a ton of rebounds tonight, too.
Yes, he does. He's done a great job, very consistent. What's impressed me, Dick, a lot tonight, Pottstown has been so... Pottstown has done a great job with the way they're being unselfish with the basketball. They're looking for one another. They're making the right pass, and they're really...
We've got a timeout. Springford calls time and gives us a chance to credit the people that bring this telecast to you. Our director tonight was Gus Tellis. Marilyn Miller is the assistant director. Jesse Urkel, he's the producer and the graphic engineer tonight. Dave Oxenford on camera number 1. Matt Wagner He's the producer and on the 160 camera. Debbie Tellis on camera number 3. She's down there on the floor. Great group.
Yeah, and once again,
A lot of folks involved in bringing this telecast to you.
Wednesday, the PCTV network will bring us 2 big wrestling matches.
Pass ahead to Quill. And that's Edwards. Shamir Edwards calmly lays in a layup. And now it's a 16-point ball game. That three-pointer goes down, and that's Ryan Cass.
Now, we saw very little. Springford's been very, very proficient this season, Dick, in their full-court pressure where they turn the man, run and jump. We haven't seen that. And, you know, my only explanation for that to our viewers is maybe they just feared Pottstown's ball handling ability and quickness and didn't want to get in that pace. But now you're looking, whatever pace it's an 80 to 67 game.
Yeah,
So
they wanted to avoid the track meet with the Trojans.
Right.
There's a three-pointer by Kakarika. He now has 22. Now we'll see if the Trojans can handle this full court pressure. They have half a quarter to play.
Oh yeah, it's
and
not
only
over.
a 10-point advantage.
Far from over.
Harvey has his pocket picked from behind, ahead to Phillips. And there's a blocking foul on DeVivier.
Well, I have to agree with that call because he tried to avoid the conduct. Yeah, some people want to charge here, but it's not a charge. It's a blocking foul because he slid under him after the player left his feet. You can't do that.
And I think Coach Benfield now has called timeout, and so we'll take a timeout too with 4:07 left to play in the ball game. It's a 10-point ball game with the Trojans on top.
Mishak Physical Therapy and Associates specializes in fulfilling your physical therapy, chiropractic, and aquatic therapy needs in a caring, compassionate, one-on-one environment. With convenient locations in Gilbertsville, Bardo, Skippack, Phoenixville, and Limerick. Our ultimate goal is to exceed all of our patients' expectations with excellence in care and service. We offer flexible treatment times to accommodate your busy schedule, including Saturday hours. We accept most insurance plans and will work with you based on your financial need. Please call or visit our website for more information. Mishak Physical Therapy. Relieve pain, restore function, and start living again. We are here to serve you.
The sophomore Cameron Phillips is at the foul line. And he's got one more coming. Missed the first.
Well, yep, they're critical now. Everything for both teams. The last 4 minutes of the fourth period, got to make free throws.
The ball is knocked out of bounds.
Yeah.
Trojans will inbound with exactly 4 minutes left to play.
And they're staying man-to-man on the inbounds.
And he's got to call a timeout to avoid a 5-second violation.
Right, Pottstown just tried to run a straight stack there on the inbounds. I would have much preferred if they did a box where they had some back screens to get open. That time, they were able to just barely get the timeout, as you mentioned, Dick, to avoid that turnover, the 5-second call.
About 4 minutes left to play in this ball game, and that 10-point lead that the Trojans have, you know, could dissipate in a hurry if the Rams start to get aggressive defensively and create a lot of turnovers and fast break points.
Absolutely. You want to take care of the basketball now here if you're the Trojans. Springford, again, desperation mode because they have a 10-point deficit. Pottstown's got to be careful. If they are careful, they'll get an open play.
And there's a traveling violation. The double teams and the press seem to be affecting the Trojans a little bit.
Yeah, they're definitely affected. Now they got to dig their heels deep and get a stop here. Try to thwart the momentum Springford's trying to generate.
Stanek at the top of the key. Kakarika with a long three off the front of the rim. Phillips rebounds. His shot is blocked. Out of the pack comes Edwards to Vivier.
Oh.
Yeah, no look pass.
Yeah, you
intended for Quill, but I think if he looked, he wouldn't have passed it.
No, you're right. Again, the no look pass, but you leave your feet too. They've got to just take care of the basketball, maintain their poise, and Coach Benfield knows that more than any of us.
Pass inside. There's a pump fake. And number 3 hasn't seen much action tonight. But Malik Lear has his 3rd field goal and a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, if you watch Lear, he's trying to clear some space. All right, he turns there. He gets the defender off his feet, and that's exactly what I say. Get the defender. Head pump, body, head and shoulder, get him off his feet.
Stanek's first foul. Lear cannot complete the 3-point play. Here comes Kakarika, leaves it for Hopkins, who deposits 2 more. He's got 16 on the night. Kakarika himself has 22.
Yeah, a lot of big numbers going to be in that box score tomorrow morning, Dick.
Aggressive defense by Cameron Phillip results in his 3rd personal foul.
But see,
and that's 16 fouls. 16 fouls now on both the Trojans and the Rams.
So they'll both be shooting from this point on.
Gus just asked me if we have ever had a 100-point game, and I'm not that I called. I know that. I know the Trojans back in the day had some games that they came close.
They could have had a lot of 100-point games back in the day.
Well, there's a 3-point attempt. I think that's going to be 3 free throws coming.
I think, Dick, in my coaching career as a coach, either like for or against, I can't recall any of my teams ever scoring 100 or have 100 scored against me. That's hard to do in high school ball because you're only playing 32 minutes.
I know. And nothing more than the Rams like right now is scoring while the clock is stopped.
Very good point.
That makes it an 11-point game.
Well, there's been some outstanding individual performances